Hi everyone, welcome to another video, and I've got some absolutely gorgeous brushes and tools to show you from Madam Glam, and I'll go through them individually. So I absolutely adore brushes, nail art brushes, they're just my thing. So we've got this lovely little dotting tool to start with, and I love how delicate that is. Get some nice real little dots with that one. The silicone tool, that's good for cleaning up any edges and also adding chromes and things. We've got the flat plaid brush, so good for all those nice lines doing your tartans or your sweater nails. And we've also got the petal brush. Now, I've tried this and I absolutely love it. And I'm just showing you there how I break in the new brushes. You've got to get that little sort of dried glue off there, so that's really important, because if you use them without doing that, it's just going to ruin the brush. But these brushes, they've also got more than one purpose, so you know you can use them for all different things. And this one's the stripe and brush. So here's some more detail. So Madam Glam, they have got, you know, all the different uses. So yeah, go onto the website and, you know, look into them. And don't forget, you'll get 30% off any of the products using my code, which I've left there for you. Now, they've also sent me some gorgeous little minis, so that I'm just showing you there next to the full size. So they're 3.5 as opposed to the 15 for the larger ones. And the colours they've sent me are absolutely beautiful. This one's Tastes Like Glam. A gorgeous, I'd say mocha colour. Reminds me of sort of your coffees and creams. Then we've got this mini matty, and that blue is absolutely beautiful. I really love that colour. They're all absolutely gorgeous. You're one in a melon. Another beautiful like coral. I'm sure I've got this in the full size. We've got Birthday Boy, which is a beautiful like a minty green, I'd say. So yeah, they've got a wide range on the website, so again, go in and check that out. And I'm also going to be using my absolute fave, the gold gel paint. So let's get started and get some designs done. I'm also going to be using these gorgeous cute little owls from Nail Sugar. There'll also be a discount code for those in the description box for you. So I'm starting with the Food Coma. I love this colour nude. It's really lovely. Not too peachy and not too beigey. I think it's just perfect. So I'm putting a coat of that on. I'm now going in with the second coat, and all Madam Glam gel polishes cure in an LED for 30 seconds. So once I've got the second coat on, I'll pop it in the lamp. Now, I think you've seen us do this lots, and quite a lot of people do them. So I've got my little decal on my jelly stamper. I'm just going to add some water when I can get it on my brush. And look, you can already see the little owl popping through. And then we just wipe that off, and there he is, all good to go. So get him placed where you want him, and then just press them on. And I've just put a little bit of Taste Like Glam on the back of my little palette, and I'm using the stripe and brush there. And I'm just going to do a little sort of a twig. So I'm just going to pop that over, and then without drying it, I'm just adding, you can see there, just a little bit of the Food Coma, just to give it a little bit more of a wood effect. So it's a little bit like the wet on wet application. And I'm just going to pull through it so it looks like it's got some little twigs. And before I add any more detail, I'm going in with a velvet matte top coat, only because I want to keep the nail as smooth as I can, so I don't want to be adding too many layers at once. So now that that's matte, I'm going to go in with the petal brush, and I'm just going to start doing a nice little flower just sort of off to the side. So I'm starting with the darker colour, and as you can see there, I'm just placing some nice little petals just where I want them. And the great thing about this brush is it basically gives you the petal shape. So yeah, if you struggle with the petals and things, yeah, I definitely recommend getting one. So I'm sorry I've gone out of shot a little bit there, but I've now gone over with the food coma. And, you know, I'm just putting them randomly, just where I think, you know, they're getting a bit of texture. There's no sort of, you know, great rocket science behind it. Yeah, just play about with it until you're happy. And I am curing in between. And now I've just gone in just at the base with the gold gel paint. And before I cure it, this is my brush, the long liner brush, which I absolutely love as well. And I'm just pulling that gold through so it comes up into the flower a little bit more. Because on flowers, you know, you're never going to get like a perfect half moon or a full circle. So yeah, just makes it look a bit more realistic. So I'll play about with that. And then once I'm happy, I'm so sorry I'm out of shot here. I think I was getting carried away with the brushes. So now I'm just going to start outlining them just slightly, and I may even go over again if I feel they look a little bit too harsh, which you can see there I didn't like them, so I took a little bit of gel cleanse and took it off. So I'm just going over that twig now, and I've got the tiniest amount of the gold gel paint on here because I want to keep the gold theme going. And that's the beauty, you know, of doing any type of you know, freehand work. If you don't like it, gel cleanse it off and, you know, do something else. So I thought we'd just spruce our little owl up slightly. So we've given him a nice little gold brim on his hat, and I've just popped a couple of buttons on, and now I'm just doing a little bit of shadowing on his little arms and or wings. And I think it looks so cute. Um, And up in this corner, I'm just doing a little twig and just going to put some little berries on, and I'm going to cure that, and then I'm using this lovely fine dotting tool, and I'm going to add some of those lovely little gold berries. Now, that one, there was a bit too much on, as you can see, it's smudged, but again, I just went in with a little bit of the gel cleanse, wiped it off, and once I'm done, you'll see it. So yeah, again, don't overly worry. If you make mistakes, it's normally nothing that you can't, you know, put right. So here we go, that's all fixed. Sorry about that. I forgot to put my phone on silence. Every time I do a voiceover, my phone goes or the dog barks. So yeah. So now I've just gone over with the top coat, and I'll leave that to one side for now. So on to the next design. And I've just gone in with the 2 coats of the food coma, and now I'm going over with the velvet matte top, and we'll pop that into the lamp for a cure. So I'm now using the striper brush, not the plaid one, only because I think the plaid one is better for the gel paint. I tried it first, but it was dragging it, you know, through the middle. So yeah, you'll get used to them, and, you know, see what sort of works best for each design. So I've gone to the striping brush for this one. So I cured the first line. I am going to cure in between each, and I'm just going to add some going across the nail now. And once I'm done, I'll put that in for a flash cure, well, a full cure. And now I'm just going on to that side of the line with the gold gel paint. I absolutely love this gold gel paint, but a top tip, don't put too much on the brush because it, you know, it will be too thick. So yeah, just try and keep it nice and thin. And that the best way of doing that is just by using small amounts at a time. And then I'm going to go across the nail in the centre, and once I've got what I want on it, I'll pop that in for a full cure also. But I'm just going to put another couple of lines going across just underneath the other colours. Just give it that more sort of, you know, plaid or tartan, whatever we want to call it. But I can't say how impressed I am with these brushes. I'm absolutely loving them. Although this one, again, because I want the lines thinner, I am using my long liner brush for that. And I decided to go down there with one more line. So I think once that's done, we'll be ready to cure it. And I've just left my code Elaine.J there for you again. So go into the description box, just follow the link and add my code and you can get 30% off all your Madam Glam products. So I'm going to go in now and give this top coat, and because we've got the lines in it, you know, I am going to be careful and just make sure I pull that all the way through. Now, the next design is a ombre. I had to think then which one we were doing. So we've got the darker colour at the cuticle end and the lighter colour at the tip, and I'm just going to start blending that through. So sometimes some of the colours, you know, are dark and are light, that are a little bit harder to blend. They take a little bit more work, but you know, it still makes for a really nice result. So I'll carry on with that. And once I'm happy with it, I'll cure it and then go in with the second coat, which is what I'm doing now. Um, so just popping that on there. And then once I've got them on, I'll start the blend again. Now, sometimes with the darker colours, you can, before this stage, you know, the first coat, just sprinkle some clear acrylic powder. And then what it does, it makes the colour grip better for the second one. But to be honest, although they're a contrast of colour, they weren't that difficult really to, you know, to blend. And now I'm just going to go in with a matte top coat. I'm sorry, it's not matte. This one's a no wipe top. Only because I'm going to do a sweater nail, but instead of doing it embossed, I'm going to use this gorgeous gold glitter gel paint. And this cures without a tacky layer. It needs to cure for a full 60 seconds. So, yeah, I thought, well, I'll just do it over the top coat and then that's the nail done, as I say, because this doesn't have a tacky layer. So I'm just doing the two lines sort of, you know, either side. So we've got a nice centerpiece. And I am using the new striper brush for all of this design. So we just go in with two lines, one off to either side, and then join it up so it's like a little number 4. And then the same again. And if you noticed, I did put one just up at the top just to follow the design through. And we just carry on with that down the nail. And I've all the sweater nails, I've done them embossed, but I just wanted to keep, you know, the nice gold theme in this. So I thought, well, I'll try that and see what it looks like, and I really liked it. So yeah, and once I'm done with those, I'm just going to go to the edges and we're just going to put some lines coming off on an angle, going all the way down. And then once I'm done with those, I'll pop to the other side. And so there's the set up to now. And I'm sorry this is quite a long video, but I just wanted you to see, you know, using the different brushes and, you know, how good they are. So, yeah, bear with me. But this is the last one now. So I thought for this one, because I didn't really have a set in mind, I've basically sort of just winged it, you know, trying out the brushes and different ways of using them. So I'm going to do the vertical ombre, but we're going to do like, you know, the illusion craze that's been going on at the minute, because with not doing any for a few weeks, I've not really done this technique. So that's what I'm doing just at the minute. So I'm going in with the second coat now, and I'll just carry on with that. And once I'm happy with it, I'll get the blend again. So taking me time there. Oh, I have done the other side. So yeah, I'm just gonna start blending that in. And I don't want it like too, you know, too blended, but obviously we want to, you know, get the nice little well, you know, the little design going. You'll see what I mean in a minute. And then, as I say, we'll start. So I did practice this once, you know, before I've done this, and to be fair, it wasn't too bad to do. It was more simpler than I thought it was going to be, shall I say? So I've cured that, and now I'm going in and I'm doing the opposite. So I'm putting the food coma on the dark side, and then the darker one onto there. So I think you've probably seen lots. It's a big craze at the minute, but I think they do look really effective, and some of the colourways that you can use are absolutely beautiful as well. So you've got like loads of variation, I think, with this type of design. So I'm just blending that gently. I don't want to really, because the tip's narrower, I didn't really want to lose, the colours. So I've just gone in with my, that I use that for the gel application. That's another Madam Glam brush, and the pudding gels. I think it's just called the application brush, I think. And I'm just going to tidy up the smile lines, and I'm going in now with a second coat, and I'm not bothered if I go over slightly there, because I'll just do the same and tidy it up with the application brush and a little bit of gel cleanse on it. So I'm getting a bit particular there, aren't I? Making sure it didn't really matter because I'm blending it anyway. So I'm going to try and get that, excuse me, that nice little ombre effect going, and then just tidy these edges up. And the second time round, it's a lot easier because it's following the first layer. And then before I've top coated, I've just tidied those sides up again. So I think it's a lovely colour combination, this one. I really like it. And yeah, just try the technique, honestly. It's not as difficult as it may look at first. So I'm really happy with that. And because I want to keep our little gold theme going, I'm just going to go round the smile line with the gold gel paint, and that'll just finish it off lovely. And as I say, because this doesn't have a tacky layer, I can do this design right on top of the no wipe top. And there we go, I've got that, and I'm going to pop it in for a full cure. I think a full set like that would look really lovely. I think they're nice and elegant. So now I'm just going to do a little bit more artwork on this one. So I'm just popping, it's again, it's just leaves, nice gold leaves. So I'm just popping some dots on with I'm using a bigger dotting tool for this one. I didn't know if it looked a bit too big, but as I say, I was more playing about, so I didn't mind. I thought it still looked okay. So I'll just pull them through, the dots, pull them through so they're just reaching the twig. And then once I've done that, I'll go round the other side and then just pop them through just slightly, just so it looks more like a little leaf shape. And I think in the gold, they look really pretty. They're really nice and elegant. And that now is the end of the video. So there's the complete set, and I really hope you like them. And again, can't recommend the brushes and the tools enough. They're absolutely gorgeous. And the minis, they're such a good idea, if you want to add to your collection, rather than getting all full sizes. So really hope you've enjoyed the video. Love it if you could like, comment, subscribe, all the good things. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye.